A total of 2,753 people died at Ground Zero. But more people will die from illnesses related to 9/11 than from the terrorist attack that day. The toxic cloud exposed approximately 410,000 people to 400 tons of asbestos, which causes respiratory diseases of the lung, including lung cancer and mesothelioma. Tragedies are not the only source of asbestos exposure. Asbestos has long been used for multiple purposes, such as the snow in many classic movies. Asbestos resides in 69.8 million homes built before 1975, and is surprisingly present today in many products and appliances. Overall, more than 3 million people in the world are diagnosed with heart and lung cancers every year, and over 1.7 million die per year.
My daughter Tiffany was 16 years old when I was diagnosed with cancer. And one of my humble wishes by then was someday I want to dance with Tiffany at her wedding. And cancer really put me in jeopardy with that humble wishes.
We had our son, and then when this came up, there was always a concern, well, he wasn't married. I'd love to see him get married.
I could see my girls in their bedrooms at night or during the day or after school when they had a hard day, and they just want their mom, and I will be there to hug them and comfort them. And that was, for me, it ripped me apart thinking about that.
And I would sit and just look outside the window and just keep wondering, how did this happen? What did we do, to deserve this? And you always wonder what's going to happen next.
I get hard breathing, so I ask my wife if she can take me to urgent care. He told me you will live for 6 months.
I had always wished to meet the woman of my dreams. I had her for 3 years, and then cancer hit. I didn't know if I was going to survive. I thought I might lose her. I also had the passion of my life, which was kite surfing. I thought I may never do it again. Even the doctor was quite upset. He obviously had issues telling me that I had cancer. He set me up with Dr. Cameron. I didn't know much about Dr. Cameron, but he said he was the best.
Am I going to die like in the next 2-3 weeks? How is this going to affect my life? And honestly, he said, oh, yes, we'll be able to beat this. We'll find you treatment and you'll be okay.
My hope was stronger than my fear at that point after seeing Dr. Cameron.
So I knew that he was dedicated, but at the same time, the person that I got to know was Dr. Cameron. He was also a man of compassion.
I think he was in the operating room with me probably for a total of about 13 hours and came in over the weekend in what I would consider their own time to keep an eye on me.
So I feel I'm not alone in the battlefield because of Dr. Cameron, which changed my whole life.
And then we saw Dr. Cameron. When we talked to him, he gave us some hope, because the other one, no hope.
The reason I was in medicine is because my father got colon cancer when I was in college and ended up dying, and simultaneous to that I was exposed to some research. One of the downsides from doing research is that it's given out in small quantities. If a grant runs out and people don't have funding, then they go on to some other job. We needed an institution that would be able to do research itself or collaborate with others who are doing similar research, and to do it in a way where people didn't have to worry about losing their job every 3 years. So I helped start the Pacific Heart, Lung and Blood Institute.
We're one of the few non-profits that has our own in-house research. We support 2 research labs, the Punch-Worthington Lab at UCLA, and a second laboratory on Santa Monica Boulevard. We have international, well-known scientists We share a tissue bank with UCLA. We have a student internship program that allows students from UCLA to come and learn how to work with live tissue. We support a nurse practitioner at the VA who works alongside Dr. Cameron.
Absolutely. I think we can absolutely cure cancer. We've developed a couple of treatment options for patients. One of them is actually we use every day, which is called cryoablation.
Dr. Cameron managed to treat my cancer recurrence without chemotherapy in the past 9 years.
I think that the real way to cure all of cancer is to use the immune system. So we're actually hijacking a cell that's going to normally go to tumors, make it pretty specific, and then put genes in it to allow the tumors to be killed. And that's, I can't tell you how exciting that is. So what we're really developing is less of a difficult, painful, expensive process that people use now to use the immune system to develop a universally applicable treatment. And the Pacific Heart, Lung and Blood Institute can expand this to other types of diseases as well.
In 2020, I will be 10 years survivor.
My daughter Tiffany now is 28 years old, and she will get married next year. And I will dance with her in her wedding.
I'm a lung cancer survivor. Not only was I at my son's wedding, I performed my son's wedding.
So I'm cancer-free, and I pretty much kite surfed every day I could from there on in. My fiancé and I were going to get married. I met Dr. Cameron. He made all of that come true. And it's all because of you. I love you. Thank you.
I just always hug him and I just say thank you so much, because he gave me back all these wonderful, precious moments with my girls. And I look at them now and I'm not terrified anymore. I don't see them and see their wedding without me and their school without me. I see them and I think I'm going to be there.
Really, the sky is the limit for this institute, so we can do a huge amount of research. And the only thing that limits us is funding.
To continue looking at different ways of treating cancer, to really find the cure. That's why we exist.
I realize how important it is to donate, because I really do believe that eventually they will find a cure.
This is a gift of restoring someone's ability to breathe and live.
We've been donating some money, and I hope I can do more and more, and I hope everybody can do the same.
I invite you to partner with us and help us raise our endowment as we expand our research and grow the Institute. And the idea is to help patients and family members fight cancer.